Hi there, Stella. How you doing? Just checking my little. I'm gonna burn some sage tonight. I have this beautiful mugwort from some friends that from California that I tried. So I'm just placing it here. I get a little. All right, so we got it going there. So how we doing? Tonight I'm doing a special video referencing the Mayan calendar and the December 21st, 2012 date of the end of that cycle of the calendar. And I have my book here, Star Travelers, a 13 Moon Almanac of Synchronicity. And this is a picture of the Rainbow Bridge, which I'll be doing another video on that. But I did want to bring out the book to reinforce because I'm working with my I Ching deck, which is Chinese medicine Taoism. And I'm bringing out the runes, my Viking runes, the Book of Runes, which is, one of my oldie goldies I love. And I'm bringing out my 1111 alignment cards because we're bringing the cosmos in because the Star Travelers Mayan 13 Moon Almanac, we read the moon cycles in 13 moon cycles, right? 28 days to give us 13 full moons. But the reason why I'm bringing out this book is to reiterate that the I Ching is all related to hexagrams, and every single glyph here has an hexagram, and every kin that they value is a kin. It's a long kind of deal. Once you get used to it, it's pretty simple, but it has to do all with the runes too. Okay, so every symbol has a rune and a hexagram. So my theme is from these ancient wisdoms here. What do you think, masters of intelligence and wisdom and star beings and all that good stuff, is going to be the message for our masses of what do you think the 12-21-12 date means? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to read this, and I hope it doesn't take too long, but I'm trying to keep it short. But I did want to show real quick in this book that, my friends, when you deal with ancient religions, traditions, or the wisdom of the star realm, it has to do everything with numbers, symbols, which ends up in codes, okay? And so we're here to learn some codes. But for how this almanac works, there's 4-day cycles, 5, 7, 13, 20, 28, 52, and 65, which I'll try to, share a video on this. But for right now, we're working with this 52-day cycle, okay? But anyway, we're literally, what are we, 15 days away from the 21st day? Okay, so let's just start this reading, okay? And this is another ancient wisdom that I studied much on, and another book that literally is falling apart. I haven't even ever brought it out to you all, but this is the I Ching, Chinese medicine, the little book that tells the truth, and it does work with hexagrams and how it works. This is the chart, okay? I don't know if you can see, but it has a top level and a lower level, and you select from the 3 here, and then you add it to the 3 to get 6 lines, and then you read the message, okay? So how it is, it's divided into 8 symbols here. And this is more of like a tarot deck. You can see there's pictures, but I'll try to pick one of this. But right now I wanted do it traditionally, and a lot of times people read them with coins, okay? But I don't have the coin system. I have this book, which, let's see when it was copywritten. See, I'm not trying to keep this too long. You know how I like to do. Okay, published in 1993. Okay, so 1993, so another 20-year-old book I have here. But there's 8, and if you see, they're hexagrams, and thunder has its own hexagram. Wind has its own hexagram. Water, lake, mountain, fire, dragon, and earth. And the earth and the dragon have these little round symbols here, and these are the most dynamic cards of these hexagrams. You know, the extra energy, Mother Earth and dragon. And of course, this year, 2012, is the year of the water dragon. So much powerful here. And I do want to share this with this 12-21-12 date. It is also in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice for us. But again, the winter solstice has to deal with birth and rebirth and vitality and illumination and revelations. So again, let's not think that, you know, what's happening here is a doom and gloom thing. It's all going to be fabulous. But let's see what the cards read. And so we want to pick 6 of the cards out. But the reason why I'm highlighting the earth and a dragon, because if I pick one of these, I'm going to have to draw another one, because how this this medicine reads is that they want just straight lines, but it just shows, the emphasizes how important these are. But let's see. And if it takes too long, if I have to repeat the shuffle because I pulled out the dragon and the earth too much, then okay, I can tell this card wants to come out. Water. Okay, and so how we do it, we write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, and you can see the water is one. What this message is here is one line. So I write one line, and we start from the bottom. So I highlight one line. Okay, so one line I highlight, and then I'm going to pick 6 to bring it up. Okay, so I selected the first card, water, and I put it back in the deck. Okay, and then I shuffle again. And like I said, if I repeat the dragon card, okay, now we got the lake. And there's a reason I can't go into all of this, what lake means right now, but everything has to do with earth, air, fire, and water elements. Okay, okay, lake. So obviously we know that's water. And so now it's a 2-line split. Okay, so I write it like that. Okay, I put it back in the card deck here, and we shuffle again. One card. Okay, we picked out lake again. Alrighty, and lake, just to give you a quick scenario, it's called, lake is the youngest daughter, female energy, about joy and purity. Okay, so now I write it down again. So now we have the one long line and the 2 short lines. Okay, and when I pulled out water, water represents water chasm, the middle sun, danger, Will Robinson. Okay, but we don't want to read it. See, that's why I don't want to read each line, because they all have significance, but we do have male energy and now 2 female energies. Okay, and then we'll pick another card. Wind. Alrighty. Okay, and wind stands for the eldest daughter, which is gentleness. Okay, but it's still 2 lines. So we do like that. 2 lines. Alrighty, so that's the 4th card. Put it back in the deck. Now I'll select the 5th card, and then we just pick 6 cards to make that full hexagram. Lake again. Wow, okay. So the youngest daughter, joy and purity, has been joining us for a good time here, which is fabulous. Okay, so far, the only card that had a little negative energy was the first one, the danger male energy card. And but everything else has been joy, purity, and gentleness. So far so good. Now for the last pick. Lake again. My. So she is speaking very clearly, and she is the youngest daughter. There's male, female energy, elder son, eldest daughter, middle son, middle daughter. So here we have Lake is coming out. Big time. Joy, purity. Wonderful. Okay, so now if you notice, I have the one straight line and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half lines. Okay, so this makes a full hexagram. And so now I go to my chart here. Okay, I'll go to my chart, my cheat sheet as they call it. And we read from these first three, okay? We read, this is the bottom and this is the top. So I come to the bottom chart, which is this side, and I look for that hexagram, which would be this one, okay? This one with the line and the 2 half lines. And that's called the eldest son, Thunder. Okay, so we have him. This is going to be Thunder. Okay, and then I'm going to look for all these 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, the half lines. And if we come to the half lines, that represents Earth. Can you see that? All that Earth. So I bring Thunder towards Earth, and that tells me it's number 24 in the book. Okay? Can you see that? All right. Let me see. Let me do it. Make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah. Thunder to Earth. Number 24. And the little book. Here we go. Number 24 is returning. It's called returning. Number 24, returning. Earth over thunder suggests thunder underground, a warning best heeded. Basic meaning, there is no harm in brief excursions, but if you decide to return, success will come of it. Friends come back to you. Even the road bends here to lead you back. In 7 days, a fresh start is favored. Okay, and if I look towards the end of the book, it also gives another quick meaning of it. Okay, number 24 here reads, everything favors, turning back to make a fresh start. Okay, so to me, it pretty much represents that with this end of this Mayan calendar, which I will close the reading at the end with my last message, but it's pretty much saying that they are returning to us, okay, to give us that fresh new start, because we've had a lot of upheaval and let me just read it again. You know, turning back, like the Mayans are coming back. I mean, they're coming back to us. All I'm trying to say, people. Okay, it's to move forward. All right. This date is meaning it's a stop, but that they're returning to us, no doubt. Okay, it's a turning back, favor, and that's what I believe in also. Okay, now I'm going to go to my runes, because as I showed you in this book, they definitely highlight the different runes. Okay, these runes here. All right, so let's see what rune we picked, and then we'll get a message. All righty, here we go. And this is the warrior. This is the Thor god. Okay. You know, I think I've picked this rune at my summer solstice reading, actually, if I'm correct. But let's see what it reads here from the little book. Okay, the warrior. And the name of the rune is Teiwaz. I'm pretty sure I got this one at my summer solstice reading. I'm pretty sure. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior, Always the battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self. Funding, and if everybody can see, can you see? Okay. All righty. Always the battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self, funding a will through action, yet unattached to outcomes, remaining mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. These are among the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, the extraneous. And yet with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine, that the reward of patience is patience. Here you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in so doing can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw Teiwaz. And the name of this rune is, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Teiwaz, and it's spelled T-E-I-W-A-Z. Associated with this rune are the sun, masculine energy, the active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful here, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness, single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. When this rune comes in response to a relationship issue, it indicates that the relationship is both timely and providential. The bond is a real one. There is work for you to do together. If the issue concerns devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path of conduct, the warrior rune counsels perseverance, although at times the kind of perseverance is called for is patience. A rune of courage and dedication. In ancient times, Teiwaz was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. Now the same symbol strengthens our resolve to align the self with the higher self. All right, my friends, and that's what we've been talking about. You know, we have to become our spiritual warriors. We understand that it's time now to, think those old traditions, learn these ancient wisdoms, the glyphs, the numbers, the codes, the, no doubt about it, the higher beings, the light beings, the ETs, the, whatever you want to call them, people, they're returning, okay? I mean, it just read in here again. I'm going to pull it up one more time just to understand the number 24. And the message was from the simple line here that it reads, everything favors turning back to make a fresh start. Okay? We gotta believe in what the ancients, what they brought here, their wisdom. The Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Atlanteans, whatever you want to study. I mean, if you think that we just were born and started doing all that, no. The higher beings, the extraterrestrials, gave us all this knowledge, okay? And this is what this almanac's all about, the codes of them. And I will, it's just so much information. I've been trying to figure out how to drop it on a video, which it's kind of like, I just don't know how to teach it yet. But I know I have to do it. But this way I figured I'd bring up the I Ching here, okay? This is Chinese medicine, thousands of years old. Their hexagrams are involved in the codes of the Mayan. Here we have the Viking runes, ancient wisdom, which I believe all those glyphs of the runes are also delivered by the ETs, okay? In this code almanac of the Mayans. And now I'm going to pull the 1111 alignment cards just to make sure the cosmos are with us also. But we must become these spiritual warriors. We have to. It's what they're asking of us. Okay, I'm at 19 minutes. All right, future pick. And, you know, sometimes I write on my cards, and when I open up a deck, I pick out the first, second, third, fourth, 5 cards, and I write on it. Well, this is the third pick when I opened up this deck. And this was like, what, 15, 18 years ago? Future self, divine being. I am my future self, now radiating into the present. Okay, my dears, future self, divine being. I am my future self now radiating into the present. You see, we have to kind of go back into the realm of time to study this medicine, to understand where we come from. And everything favors turning back to make a fresh start. Coming from the I Ching. Turning back to make the fresh start. You know, we got to learn where we came from, people. Okay, and then one more card from the 1111 deck. And, yeah, this has been a little heavy on me trying to figure out how to represent what's going to be happening, but hopefully somebody will get a message here. Higher awareness, knowing, and it's a staircase into the star realm. I don't know if you can see it right. It's a bunch of stars with a staircase. I grow more aware each moment. Okay, my friends, I hope this video gives you a little heads up to grow more aware each moment. We have to go into the past to understand our presence, to now move into the future. And again, I'll reread what number 24 reads, because like I said, it's a favorable time. This is the time. Everything favors turning back, and how they spelled turning back was in bold. Everything favors in a bold capital letters, turning back to make a fresh start. Okay? And that's what's happening. This calendar has just finished via, you know, having it in a visual formation. But now they're returning. The ETs, the light beings, they're coming now. For us to understand, we have to think from joy, love, and light. Just, you can read about the Atlanteans. They understood things telepathically. They didn't even have to, you know, speak. They just knew, and their auras and their shine, you know, everybody spoke like that, and everything was, you know, just magnificent. And you can't tell me the pyramids and all this architecture that we have found came from, you know, a bunch of people building it. I just don't believe. I believe in, you know, it comes from a higher realm, from the stars. Okay, my friends, that happened 23 minutes. I know these videos are getting long on me, winded, but it's so important. And I will decipher a way to make this simpler to understand. I will. But right now, I just wanted to, again, bring out the ancient traditions, the hexagrams of the Chinese medicine, okay? I wanted to bring out the runes, you know, for these glyphs that are so important. And this book, another one, God Love Him, Ralph Bloom, I've had forever. And I believe God is a short form of goddess. I wrote that in 2003. We are here to nourish the goddess. I know you can't see it, but, and this book, and here are all the runes right there. Okay, all in this book too, you know, just, you can see them right here. Every kin represents a rune, okay? And actually, this is mine, just to close it up. I'm a white cosmic wind, and my rune is breakthrough, which is fabulous. And I won't read it to you right now, but all good, my friends. I'm at 24 minutes. I'm going to shut it down, but just study on your own, okay? And even if you don't want to study the ancient religions, just know this shift is all positive. It's just, we're shutting down what was, and we're going back to the way it was, but in our new generation style. We've got, what, 7 billion people on the planet now, so it's going to take a lot to try to transform things. But, you know, we have the internet now. We can communicate globally just by a click of a button, and hopefully we all will get it, okay? And if not, we will start learning. We're DNA coded for all this, no doubt about it. Okay, my friends, have a lovely night, and we'll talk to you later. Ciao.